You know, when people say you don't know what you have until it's gone, I've always believed in that saying because you don't appreciate things when you always have it, but as soon as it's missing from your everyday life, if that's some like that one person or if that something is missing from your life after you've had it for so long, you're gonna miss it. And you don't know how much you're gonna miss it because you always have it all the time, you know? So I say that to say Roman Reigns has been a very, very valuable asset to the men's locker room. Um, it may have not started out the best way, but we can easily say right now that he is one of the GOATs of that men's division, hands down. What's going on YouTube? It's Black Rain and I'm back with you guys with another video where we don't cry about it, but we vibe about it. And today I wanted to talk about Roman Reigns and how little time with him that we have left. Because believe it or not, guys, Roman Reigns is out. I give it a year or two max. That's it. Right now, he's currently inactive. He's not on the roster right now. He's obviously doing family obligations or movie obligations. We don't know. But he's currently not where we usually see him, which is in wrestling. I'm gonna say this because it's gonna sound very crazy, but I think Roman Reigns is the only superstar I've seen debut and retire with a full career at the same time. Like when I say that, I mean like I've seen this man debut and I'm gonna see him retire, which is so weird because I remember this man debuting with the Shield at Survivor Series in 2012. And I still don't think it was that far long ago. Like it was what, 2012? Like I don't know, man. It's so weird how time flies. Like this man was in the Shield, one of the most dominant factions. He went on to become the big dog, which you guys know was the critical point of his career. Very controversial. You know, if you liked him, you liked him. If you didn't, you didn't. Then we got the tribal chief, and little did I know we wouldn't have as much time with the tribal chief afterwards. Now we current day are seeing Roman Reigns winding down. He's in the final stages of his career. It's so weird to think about, man. I don't even want to think about it. Like to think Roman Reigns will hang up the boots one day is crazy because I feel like he just put them on. Like I seen this man in NXT Black and Gold. Like this man debuted as Roman Leakee, then went to Roman Reigns. Like it's so weird. Like time just passes and it's like that, man. You just don't realize it. I wanted to show my appreciation for Roman Reigns because I feel like me personally, I'm gonna speak for myself. I never hated Roman Reigns. There was not a point in his career where I absolutely despised this man, not once. You can ask anybody like that watched wrestling with me, I never hated Roman. Even through the big dog phase, I didn't hate him because I knew that that's not the character he was meant to be. Because when you look at a superstar, you know what they naturally are. Roman is a natural heel. Even right now, bro, I don't think he's a babyface. Like I just think he's, you know, he's just not a bad guy, but he's not like, you know, cookie cutter, kissing the kids, signing papers and stuff like that. Like he's just Roman. It's so crazy because during the tribal chief gimmick, I knew that's what he was always meant to be. Like this cocky, arrogant, self-centered heel that was meant to dominate. And that's exactly what he did. And that is the gimmick that gave him the most gratitude, that gave him the most appreciation from the fans. Because we saw that, us the fans saw that. Vince didn't see that. Vince saw him as, oh, he's gonna be profitable as a superhero, a guy that wears a vest and a guy that, you know, calls himself a big dog. You know, that never worked, at least not for me. Like I said earlier, I never hated him because I knew he didn't fully embrace that gimmick. Like even before he came back in 2020, he specifically said, hey, I want to come back and do things my way. I want to be who I want to be in that ring. And since it was a pandemic and there was no crowd, Vince allowed it to happen. And what did we have? One of the best characters that were ever created. One of the best characters that have ever been on screen to grace us, to actually bring in revenue to the company and create a brand new era. Because believe it or not, Roman's tribal chief gimmick started a brand new era. It brought people back to wrestling. Like my friend back home started watching wrestling because of Roman Reigns in 2020. Crazy. Like if you can bring a crowd of people back to wrestling based off your gimmick, you're already there. Now we're in the stage of him 4 years later, you know, not having the title. He's not really in any storylines right now. And he even said himself, like he's got like what, 1 to 2 years left once he re-signs his contract. That's not a lot of time, y'all. And I'm here to say that I think you should value the time that we have with Roman, because that time flies. Like that's what, 2027 at most? That's not a long time. At least we'll have GTA by then, hopefully, you know? Seeing Roman retire, I can guarantee you right now, I'm going to be emotional. Once Roman announces his retirement, I'm gonna cry. I don't care. I am going to cry. You will see me cry real tears in real time. I just feel as if Roman Reigns, he was always one of my favorites of the modern era. Him along with Seth Rollins, you know, Drew McIntyre, you know, but like Roman was always gonna be the it guy. He was always gonna be the it guy. When you look at him, all you saw was aura. You saw the aura, you saw the potential, you saw the athleticism, the professionalism. He was meant to be the guy, and people finally embraced that. Now, he will still have his share of haters, of course, everyone does. But with Roman Reigns, he put this company on his back, and he showed everyone what the company saw in him. You know, and that's a beautiful thing to see. That's a very beautiful thing to see. But I don't know how Roman's gonna come back. I don't know what his final storylines are gonna be. Obviously, he's gonna end off his career as a babyface, you know. But once he hit those final storylines, I know we're in the middle of like John Cena's retirement tour. That's gonna be another emotional thing as well. But once Roman Reigns finishes his entire run in WWE and decides to branch out and do other things, that's gonna be an emotional time. That's gonna be an emotional night once he officially announces it. And the crazy part is, the Usos are even gonna be retiring around that time too, because even Jey Uso says he has what, 2 years, a few years left. You know, like I think they want to retire around the same time. Him, Jimmy, you know, Roman, they want to retire around the same time because they're like triplets, bro. Roman grew up with them, they grew up with Roman, like they grew up like brothers. So obviously they want to retire together, and I think that'll be dope. But that is gonna be one big emotional goodbye to those three guys, like seriously. Because they became some of my favorites. The Usos are my favorite tag team of all time. Well, not all time, but favorite tag team of the modern era right now. My favorite tag team is, of course, Batista and Randy Orton of Evolution. Evolution is my favorite faction of all time. The Usos, yeah, they're up there. They're my favorite tag team of the modern era. But I don't know, y'all. It's going to be crazy once he does retire. Let me know how you feel when Roman Reigns does leave. Let me know how you feel about his journey to where he is now. Did you hate the big dog? Did you like the big dog? You know, let me know how you feel about Roman right now in his current state and how you felt about him back then. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.